What's up everyone, welcome back again to another video where I get to try some of the tunes that you guys have sent over to me. So yeah, welcome back. Also the times for the golden toge, if I ever go back onto that, will be on the Discord instead of the description for the videos. I feel like a lot of people have been in agreement that the actual times for that run, or for that track I guess, should be in the Discord since all the tunes go there, so it's a lot easier for people to compare the times instead of going through my videos and going into the description of the videos. So okay, I agreed, and the last time that I ended up making a video like this, I actually ended up putting the times over on the Discord, so you guys can see them and compare your times to those. Now let's get started. Welcome back everybody. So I get to try some of the tunes that you guys have sent me over on the Discord. If you send them down in the comments below, I'm not going to try them. You can do it as many times as you want. You can do it in whatever video you want. You can. I've seen people send it to me on Instagram, DMs and stuff. Don't, because they're just never going to get tried. I'm going to forget about them the next time I actually have to make one of these videos, and I'm never going to look at them. So the best place to do it is over on the Discord, and that's it, right? There's like a specific channel there where people send me stuff. Now I already have a tune that I want to use, but there's a bunch of people on this list of tunes that people are, the things that people send me. You have to be more confident in the cars that you sent me, or if you're gonna build it for something like times or I guess points for drifting, you gotta be able to build something and say that it's good. You know, you can't just send me something and be like, oh yeah, this is kind of good, it's okay, you know, try it though, you know, showcase my tune even though it's you know. Or you're telling me some sort of time on the golden toge which is not even close to being anywhere near good, you know. Like, that's a competitive playlist. Like, that's a thing that you want your tune to be fast. If you send me something that's really slow, then what's the point of me showcasing it, you know? But yeah, I want to have a go at this one. It's a tune for the Ferrari 812 Superfast, and it's an S1 power build with rear wheel drive, he says, obviously, and he said it's surprisingly grippy, so I really want to try it. I love the 812. I think the 812 is a brilliant car. The way it looks, the way it sounds, all that stuff. So Ferrari 812 is coming out, and it's a power build, so it's gonna need a lot of controlling. Am I blind? I am blind. There it is, right here. So it's for S1. It's already in S1. I think maybe he just added power to it. I don't know if he's done anything else. Probably added some tires. I'm not sure. Now the tune for this thing, let's see, 909, 882, 104. Now, for the power build, okay, it says grippy boy. It's a drift tire compound. Is that what people use for power builds, or what's good? People will let me know anyway. I mean, it makes 859 horsepower, and it's got upgraded tires over the. Actually, are they upgraded tires to the stock tires that are already on this thing? I don't know, to be honest with you. It definitely does have more grip, so I'm guessing it is. I don't know about how much though, but it's definitely got more grip. Rear wing. Very short gear ratios. I don't like the way it sounds. He's upgraded the exhaust on this thing. It sounds terrible. It doesn't sound terrible, but it's just too raspy. Is this a power build? It doesn't seem to like want to slide from under me or anything like that. When I was driving power builds, when I was driving the McLaren, for example, the McLaren F1 GT, that thing would just want to like rip and go, like just absolutely waste tires away as it's trying to put down the power. But that, I think, was also a lot more powerful than this car. Yeah, I mean, he's right. This also does have grip, but since he's built it like a power build, it's supposed to be, you know, I think more powerful. But it is an S1 though, so I don't know. Maybe the stock tires or whatever, the sports tires that it was on, they probably would be really bad though if you just gave it 800 horsepower. But he's not wrong with it though. Like, it's very quick. I need to try and find a good place to actually spend a bit of time and trying to do some power build runs, you know. For people that don't know what power builds are, basically they're cars that are built to go for very long distances you know, not that many corners, and the corners are kind of like long like this, so nothing super tight, and it usually consists of cars that are super powerful, and you just sort of control the throttle as you're accelerating and driving. So that's why some of the cars that you see on the leaderboards, so if we go over to Rivals, Horizon Rivals, Road Racing, and if you go to like Goliath or something like that, you'll be able to see that some of the cars that are on the Goliath are power builds, which are cars that are set up, as you can see. I've done a time there, but there's cars, obviously not these cheated ones, but the ones that are legitimate. You have people using the Jaguar XJR 15, which is pretty much the best one that you could possibly use. You'll eventually see some McLaren F1 GTs as well about the place, but the Jag XJR is the car to use for this. Do I want to use... do I want to do a whole run? I mean, it's 10 minutes. I don't think I'll be able to beat it, though. I don't think I'll be able to beat my previous time. Should I try it anyway? I might as well try it. Why not? So the McLaren F1 GT I did 12 minutes in, and I was terrible at racing back then. And I'm not even top 1,000 at all with anything. So I'm down to do this and try to see if in the Ferrari I can actually drive a little better. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I mean, he set this up to be a power build, but I don't think it is going to be as fast as the McLaren. Like, not even close. But this should be able to take corners, I think, a little bit better than the McLaren anyway. So I'm down to try it. I'm down to try to see if I'm able to beat my Ghost with the McLaren in this thing. Alright. Well, main and most importantly, I need to run up. So very low speed. You can see that it kind of struggles for grip a little bit, but it just goes again. Yeah, this thing has a lot of grip for corners. Basically, I'm doing this just so I can get a bit of a run up, because, I mean, this takes a while to... first of all, get up to speed, and second of all, actually... Well, not a while to get up to speed, but, like, lower in the gears. It takes a little bit, because of the wheel spin and the throttle control that I need. It's the power. Can't keep up with the power of that McLaren. But everywhere else, my braking is better, my turn-in response is better, my acceleration off the line is better because I have more grip. It just is better. McLaren just has more power, which is what I guess the power build really stands for. But listen, it's just this part of the actual race that's like this. Once we progress and we get further on, it's gonna change, I think. So it's interesting. I like this build. I haven't gone too far just yet. I'm not going to show you guys all the runs that I've done because it's going to be very, very boring. Me just showing you guys up to the point where I end up crashing. I've done about 3 or 4, I think, now. I didn't get very far. But it's mostly because I haven't actually driven the Goliath in a very, very long time. Since the last time, I think you guys watched that power build video. Since then, I haven't driven any cars on the Goliath. Like an actual run, like a proper run. Or any run, actually, for that matter. I was trying to think, maybe I'd done it for like a Rivals event or something like that, but there was no like Horizon Rivals event, or like Festival Playlist Rivals event. So, since then, I haven't actually touched the Goliath, and it's been a long time. So I have to get used to where the braking points and everything are for this event. So, yeah, McLaren is just better. McLaren is just better for speed. For this track, I mean, it suits it really well. That was just bad cornering from my part there. Definitely not a top 1000 build this, but I mean, he didn't say it was. He did say it was just a power build. That is surprisingly very grippy, and he is right. It is surprisingly very grippy, but I don't think, because it doesn't have as much power as the McLaren or the Jaguar, I don't think it properly qualifies as like a proper what's it called, power build, you know. It's strange. It's strange that only a few cars can actually do this sort of stuff that McLaren can do on the Jag and still stay in S1, you know. Like it's crazy. This feels more like a normal car to drive. Like, I can go out of a corner and, like, accelerate. Like, he's built it very well. He's built it so it has, like, a lot of grip. Which is fine. Like, I much prefer driving this than driving that McLaren. That McLaren's sketchy as hell. Like, really, really sketchy to drive. Always wants to just slip out from underneath you. This is much, much easier to drive. Much, much safer. I know it's a video game, but, like, it's much safer as in terms, like, you're not going to spin out or crash into a wall or whatever with it. Like, it's much easier to keep in control, this Ferrari. Yeah, it's a good car to drive. Is it competitive enough to go head to head with some of the best guys in this game for power builds? No, it's not. Maybe for a different track. Maybe for a track that has a few more, like, I guess, tighter corners or whatever. Maybe for a track that doesn't have as many straights. So that's where the McLaren shines with all of its power. Because right now, in all these corners, I'm slowly catching up to the McLaren. And I know I am. Because I have to accelerate so much slower out of corners in the McLaren. I have to brake so much earlier as well in the McLaren. But it's as soon as we get to a bit of a straight, I mean, that thing just pulls lengths on me. Like, serious lengths. But yeah, like I said, this guy just feels like a nice car to drive. Like, it has the grip, it has good brakes. Steering is very good, response is good. I am on sim steering as well, if you're wondering. But again, that McLaren is just gone. And then again, for a race that's like 12 minutes long, I mean, being behind by like 20 seconds or whatever, or 30 seconds, you know, it's not really that big of a margin. But in terms of if you were to put down a proper lap time, it's a pretty big margin. Pretty big margin. It's like when you're going on a, well, not when you're going on a Nürburgring, but when like car manufacturers go on a Nürburgring to try and test their cars out, you know. A lot of it depends on like the weather, the time, the temperature, the track, the tires, whatever, you know. But if you have like, let's say, I don't know, from the top of my head, let's say you have a the brand new Mercedes E63S, right, AMG. Let's say you have that going around the track and it sets a lap time. And then you have the M5 going there like a month later, but the conditions are different and it drives slower. Is it actually slower, or is it the conditions that are slower? You know? But it'll be slower by like like 5 seconds, you know? Obviously that's not comparable to Forza, because right now this rival event is always going to be in the dry season, and it's always going to be the same conditions, so it's not really the same. But what I'm trying to say is everything makes a difference. Everything makes a difference to driving, or to the time. So every single little mistake, every bush that I hit and everything that slightly slows me down makes a difference. And if that gets added up a lot, well, I'll get a worse and worse time. I'm seriously falling behind now, and I can see the McLaren just pulling away. I think that thing was already doing like 240 around here when I was driving it, if I remember correctly. I remember that thing used to just pull serious speeds around these parts of the track here, where it's mostly very long corners, and it doesn't force me to actually slow down too much. It took me a while, and I remember I made 2 videos on that car. Because one of them I said it was bad, like it was just a bad car, but that's because I'd never realized how power builds were being built. I didn't know anything about power builds at the time. But I remember I called it bad because it had no grip, and I was like, you know, this is just for people that don't know how to drive cars, don't know how to build cars. They just slapped on a bunch of power mods to it, and then they just go, here, go and do whatever time you want, you know. But it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit more than that. Yeah, this is just a bit underpowered. This Ferrari for this sort of race. For this sort of race, it's a little underpowered. I've had like 1100 horsepower. I think I could possibly see this thing being competitive. Like here, I should be doing like 250, 260. Like I should have the power to do that, but I don't. Then again, if you start changing stuff on this car, it won't have the grip. Oh, I completely forgot. I have to slow down for that. It won't have the same grip that it does now, or it won't have the same brakes that it does now. I don't know about the transmission. If you put the drift transmission on it, maybe that'll help with lowering the PI class, so you can maybe give it a little bit more power. I'm not entirely sure. You know? It has rear aero on it, but it doesn't have the front aero on it. So I don't know how that works again as well. In terms of grip. Man, the brakes on this thing are incredible. They're incredible. It slows down so quick. It's really, really good. I definitely know for a fact that those brakes in the McLaren were not like that. But look how far off I am from like the Jaguar then. The Jaguar would have been finished by now. Like the legitimate run, not even like a hacked modded run or whatever, like a legitimate run. The Jag would have been done by now, which is incredible to see. I need to try it actually. For one video I need to like give it a shot. I've still never driven that thing. Like the power build version of that car. I don't think I've ever driven it on this game yet. I should probably give it a shot. If someone has a tune for that, send it over and I'm down to try it for a video. Just to see what sort of... First of all, what sort of time I can do with it, and just to see how bad I am at driving it. Because I know I'm going to be absolutely terrible at driving it. Especially the first few attempts, anyway. Especially the first few attempts. I think I'm going to pull maybe like 1240 with this car. If I did 12 with the McLaren, I think I'm about 40 seconds behind. I wish I would tell you. Like the time split. It tells you in Motorsport, doesn't it? I don't think it tells you in Horizon, because the checkpoints are just in random places. It's not really like an actual checkpoint like in real life. Somewhere where it marks an actual checkpoint. So, I'm finished in the McLaren. I just have to catch myself with this thing. Oh, I'm not that far behind actually. I thought it was going to be 1240. Okay, not even 12. Not even 12:30. Okay. 22 seconds slower. I mean, I know I made mistakes as well in the McLaren, so it's not like a perfect run that I've just done there, but yeah, it's still slow. It's still slow having this this Ferrari. Yeah, I'm down to try the Jag if someone has a proper build for that. Send it over, and I'm willing to give it a shot. I like this tune. It's good. It's competitive enough. It's not, unfortunately, but I do like the Ferrari tune. I think it's built pretty well for what he intended it for. And now for the next one, I'm going to go down the Golden Toge because someone has sent me a pretty interesting tune. It's a D-class. Yes, D, Delta class tune. A D500. And it's for the Austin Sprite. Where is this thing? Austin Healey Sprite Mark 1. Is this a frog eye? Is that what people call this thing? It's a cool little car. I don't think we have many times. Actually, let me have a quick look here. Let me click off the screen real quick. Golden Toge times. We don't have any D-class runs. None. Not a single one. But we'll have our first one now with this Austin Healey. Okay, let's slap a tune on it and break it down to Golden Toge and see what it's like. I feel like this is going to be very underpowered. Let's just hope that it has a good amount of grip. Because if it does, then I can kind of use momentum to bring it downhill. You know? And it could be very, very good if it works like that. So, tune for this thing is 886-577... Why is there 4 there? 577-074. 886-577-074. That's the one. Let's go. Golden Toge. This guy is terrible at spelling. It is the worst person I've ever seen spelling. The way he spelled grip tune, F-O-R-E, for 4, by the way. Golden Toge, he spelled that right in the comment on the Discord. Then he goes on. Jesus. Grip tune 4A Golden Toge on the Astin, A-S-T-I-N, Healey, spelled H-A-E-L-E-Y, Sprite, at the top of D500. And then here, he spelled Golden Toge as Golden T-O-G way. Oh, God. I really hope that his tune does not reflect the spelling. Please. Please, please, please. 68 horsepower it's got. 68 horsepower. Oh my god. But all he weighs, 647 kg. Okay, well. Let's go. Let's go to the Golden Toge and see if it's gonna be able to do anything here. I want to see what sort of time it gets, because I swear I've had like some slow cars. Like, maybe C-class cars, if I have any of those. I did. I had a Porsche 550 and a Peugeot 205R. So, rally. And those were a 526 and a 521. Can this get anywhere close to the mid-fives, basically? Okay. Sim steering is still on. Let's just go for it and see. I'm expecting not to make too many mistakes with this car. Oh my god. Very close. Oh. I didn't even get onto the track part yet. I already made a mistake. Okay. I have to remember that this thing is slow. I have to remember that. I'm not doing the speeds that I usually am at this point. Why does this thing have so many gears? Okay. Spending more time shifting gears than I am actually doing anything. Okay, grip though is good. Why has it got a 10 speed? That's so odd. I actually am honestly very surprised at how this thing takes corners. I don't have to slow down. I don't really have to slow down at all for any of these corners. See what I mean? I can go the same speed everywhere. This is weird. Does it have race tires on it? I think it might actually have race tires on it. Bro, I'm gonna restart this because I've made a mistake at the start. I didn't realize how this thing drove. I don't actually have to slow down at all for any corner. I just get it up to speed and stay there. It's so odd. It's such a weird build. Okay, let's go. This is stupid, man. It just doesn't. I want to see what sort of corner or what sort of speed can I take this corner at. Do I have to slow down at all? A little bit. Okay, I do have to actually slow down a little bit. For that corner, I have to. For that corner, I have to. Oh my god. You might be watching this, be like, oh my god, this guy sucks at driving. But like, I've just tried to see. I tried to see when I am actually needing to slow down with it. Because the way I was driving it at that point, when I was just accelerating and I wasn't slowing down at all. Okay, that was good. See, like here, I'm just going full throttle the entire way around. And I can turn it even tighter if I want to, it's just try to keep a smooth line where I was still accelerating. So here I actually have to slow down. Here, I definitely don't have to slow down. And the next few corners, I think I can go flat out. So I'm gonna go fully flat out. Yep. Wow. What about this one? Oh my. Oh my. It's literally on rails. This is probably... Wow. This just reminds me of the Sesto Elemento. Yes, weirdly enough, this car, out of all cars so far on this track, reminds me of the Sesto Elemento. I was turning too much, and I was gripping up too much, so the car was slowing down by itself. This is mad. I've never driven something like this before. Maybe in Gran Turismo, actually. In Gran Turismo I used to give like really low horsepower cars just a lot of grip and then have them go around in Evergreen. I love these type of builds. I absolutely love these type of builds. So you try to make them so they grip as much as possible, you know? So basically when you get up to speed, you just sort of keep it there and you just have the car, you know, slammed to the floor, or the pedal, I guess, slammed to the floor the entire time you go around the track. It's a really fun way to drive a track. If you've never done it before in any track racing game, try it, please. It's super fun. If you just get like a low horsepower car, I think I've done it in Gran Turismo 7 as well for the channel. I had like a Suzuki Cappuccino and I think I just gave it like racing tires or whatever, or a Golf Mark 1 I've had actually, and that was a really good car to drive. I made it wide body, I gave it the best tires possible. This is incredibly impressive. Oh my god, I'm just slightly lifted. And that's all I had to do. The only time I actually need to lift off the gas is just the tiniest bit when I go around the corner and I see that I'm kind of staying a bit too wide. I know I'll still make it around the corner, but if I were to go a little tighter so I can have like an actual driving lane, that's the only time. See, like here. I saw myself going a bit too wide. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I feel like this is tiny as well, so just fly through this gap. Yeah. What an incredible car. Oh wow, I actually have to use my brakes there. Wow. That's crazy. The thing is that he grabbed my attention with the actual D500 class than he did with the spelling of his comment for his thing. But it still made me laugh, and I was questioning it. I was like, I really do hope that this guy's like just trolling and messing around, you know, with the way he's like spelling things. And I think he is, because he's done a really good job with this tune. So either he's done a really good job with this tune, or this guy is just like this. It's insane. So there's the 5-minute mark. We just hit it. Just hit the 5 minutes. So mid-5s is what we said, right? Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. I beat the Porsche. I beat the C-Class Porsche. So this is a whole class lower than the Porsche 550. And I managed to beat it. Wow, not even 100th of a second. Oh my god. Okay. That's bad. Oh, sorry, it's not even a 10th of a second. That's stupid, man. It's so dumb. Okay, well, Austin Sprite. Let's have a look at this thing. I really want to see it drive around. It just will look so odd because it just doesn't slow down. It's tiny, man. Look at this. Look at the size of it. That is crazy. It's a really good tune. Seriously, seriously good tune. I don't know what this would be like in C-Class. So, if you somehow manage to build one of these things in C-Class, or if I manage to do it, could you imagine if this then, like... Oh man, if a C-Class one of these would go into 4s, I would be baffled. I would be so surprised. If I get like a 450 something with it, oh man. Because they could stay the same weight. All I have to do is just add a little bit more power to a car like this. And I think that extra little bit of power is going to help a lot. Because it's just this bit here, see where I'm driving right now, where I feel like I know I can go a little faster. Look how close I get to the walls, man. Because I just don't expect this thing to be like so grippy. I love it, man. I love it so much. I am definitely tempted to try one of these in a higher class though. Let's say like something like C-Class. Because it's a very interesting car, right? Because it's got very, very little weight, so it's very easy to just keep it driving quickly all the time. It's got very short wheelbase, so this thing like just turns on a dime basically. It's fast. For what it is, for a D-Class car with about 60 whatever horsepower, it's a fast car. Like it stays up at that speed as well because of its crazy grip. That's mad. It is mad. I love it. I absolutely love this thing. Yeah, this is where it's struggling with power. But again, for D-Class, I mean, I'm very, very surprised. I mean, this is our first D-Class car on the Golden Toga as well. But for D-Class, it's done an incredible job. Not quite as fast as the Peugeot 205 Rally. That did a 521.6. But then we have stuff like A-class Mrs. Sylvia, which did a 505, which was just a bad time. We had B-class cars putting low 5s in, right? We had 2 B-class cars. I think those are those the only 2? No, sorry, there's 3 B-class cars. One of them was kind of the A86, which I kind of just drove around like crazy, kind of slid around a little bit as well. But there's 2 B-class cars that were that were built to go around as quickly. And that was the Datsun 510 and the VW Caddy pickup truck, basically. And both of those did a 501. I honestly do think that this car, if you bring it all the way up to the top of C-class, so basically an extra 100 points, just by adding more power, this could get very close to low 5s, if not very, very high 4s. Interesting build, man. Very, very interesting. I'm now really tempted to just build my own. Just to see how or where I can take this car. But I'm not going to do it in this video, obviously, because this is for something else. But I love it. I love this build. This little car is incredibly impressive. The speed I'm going around these corners, man, is so funny. And it's so small as well, so that little gap just doesn't even phase it at all. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm just still watching this, kind of shook. I still kind of made mistakes, to be honest with you. There's still points where I kind of ended up going a bit too fast because I thought I was going to make it around that corner. If I just slightly lift it or I slightly slow down, I think I could possibly have done a few better lines through the corners, so I could have definitely gotten a faster time. So like here, I just went a bit too fast. It's just on rails. Okay. Well, I might as well outro the video while this is about to finish up. Thank you everybody for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for the builds, everybody. If you have sent builds over and I haven't picked them yet, then don't worry. I will be still looking through the section on the Discord and still maybe picking some of the tunes for the next video. You can even repost them again if I haven't picked them yet. That's all good, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like it, subscribe if you're new, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.